Now, there are different ways to get started with BPM. And all over the planet I go, people ask me, which process should I start with? They'll say, for example, I'm a bank. In your experience, Dr. Garimella, what do banks do? And my response to them is, I don't know, because I don't know your company, I don't know your goals and objectives. So the question is, how to get started? Which project to identify? Which initiative to get started with? We have a very simple answer for this one. We at Software AG, we'll say, we have a methodology called measure first, improve next. You don't know where to start. We coming from the outside, we don't know where to start either. We can't tell you that because you know your business better than we do. We can give you some ideas. But the way to start is use data to judge the performance of business processes. In other words, if you don't use data, you will have a lot of opinions and fist fights about where to start. And everybody has an opinion. They think their function is most important, their business segment is most important. But if you show the data and you show the clear connection between a performance metric and profitability, okay, if you use business measures like that, everybody says, okay, that's the data. We cannot debate the data. It is what it is, and we know where to start. So the best methodology to use is first know where you are and how your current processes are impacting the long-term performance of your business measures. And once you know that, then you can focus on very specific areas. Then you can use BPM tools and technologies to assess the sensitivity of your business measures to any particular process. So in other words, if you have 5 or 6 different processes, you say, if I improve this one, what benefit do I see? You can do simulation studies using platform tools like this, and you can see the effect of that. And based on all these things, you can calculate the return on your investment, the payback periods, and all these wonderful measures, and then select the right project. And it always helps to have the right methodology when you do things like this. You can use standard process improvement methodologies such as Six Sigma or Lean or TQM, or you can borrow those principles. You don't have to be a complete Six Sigma company, but you can borrow those examples. So for example, in Six Sigma, you have DMAIC, the define, measure, analyze, improve, and control phases, and you can borrow those same ideas and use these tools and technologies to say, which project should I start? How do I do this? What does improvement really mean? How do I measure when I'm successful, right? And that's how you can actually get started. Also, you have to understand the culture of the company. Is a company saying, we need a strong leader at the top who says, everybody should do this? Or is it more of a grassroots, everybody from the bottoms up, they implement and get these ideas? Think about how your culture of the company is, and therefore you have to take the right strategy in implementing BPM the right way. And all these wonderful ideas about how you can use continuous process improvement methodologies in conjunction with BPM, the whole measure first methodology, what it really means, how to get started. There are some interesting tips and tricks on how you can actually use these concepts to get started. And we have covered that in the BPM Basics for Dummies book, and there's a whole section. It is based on our practical experience and consulting with so many different companies and our own personal experience as authors when we were doing this ourselves. So I think you'll find it very useful.